Today on the American Truck Podcast, the largest private vanilla WoW server was taken down, BlizzCon is coming, American Truck Simulator got workshop support, and we talk about the Humble Telltale Bundle. Hello and welcome to the 80th American Truck Podcast with Andrew C.
And Jefferson B.
I'm not wearing pants.
And Freelance Gamer.
Now I do want to.
Is this really our 80th episode?
Well, it is our 80th podcast. It is technically not our 80th American Truck Podcast. It's only our 10th, I think, 10th or 9th or 10th.
Okay.
But yes, it is our 80th podcast in general, though.
Okay, episode 80.
The audience again.
Our podcast is long past collecting Social Security.
Kind of on a weird relevancy, which you'll understand as I get through this news topic. So Blizzard got angry at all of a sudden at one of the largest private WoW vanilla servers, which is I believe.
Could you say they got ice cold?
No.
Blizzard.
No, you couldn't.
God, no.
No, definitely not. No, you could not say that.
Couldn't.
I believe it's Nostralaris. That's the people group in the community that was running that server, and it sent the big angry cease and desist and said, yeah, you need to stop doing that. And it actually went to both them and their hosting company. So they went ahead and took those servers down on April 10th. And
was that the hosting company, or was that the actual owners of the
owners of the service? But they did manage to release all of the source code for this thing as a result, so the community actually has the ability, if they want to go ahead and run their own private servers, which is kind of nifty.
So
what was the point of suing them then?
Well, the point of suing them was to get the main private server taken down. There are other private servers out there, and it's just that basically the lawsuit wasn't, hey, you can't distribute your source code yet. I'm sure it will end up becoming that at some point, but
really,
all it takes is
to
for
make
the
an
data
example
to get
out of the biggest kid in the pool, basically.
They basically looked at the biggest competitor for WoW, and I think WoW honestly I think Blizzard honestly believes WoW as it is now is as WoW should be.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not gonna. We're not gonna see legacy.
Yeah, the customer is never right.
Well, the problem is that there's a lot of customers from vanilla that would agree with you, Mike, that the customer should be right and there should be it. But the problem is their numbers are pretty freaking high regardless.
Yeah, I saw it was there's 11,000 people active when
Seriously?
On their server when
I ran into a bush
when this happened.
Right.
So which is huge.
Yeah, but the problem is if you have 11,000 people versus the couple million that play WoW as it is.
Right, and that was just people who were active
Blizzard
at that time, though.
Yeah,
there was close to a million or so, I think, who had accessed that server in the past.
Right.
But regardless, the community who was part of that server has started a petition, of course, as every good community does when something like this happens. And at the time of the recording here on Tuesday, that petition's up to 89,000 signatures.
Right.
Asking for some kind of legacy WoW servers, basically.
Some alternative. I would.
Okay.
Dude, if Legacy WoW came out, I'm already subscribed to WoW. You wouldn't lose me, right? But I'm already bored with the content for Warlords. I tried playing it by myself, and I can't do it. The only way I can play is when I play with Andy here.
Right, because we're doing
as a solo player. I got no
reason.
reason.
So then, why would you want legacy support then?
Because to me, Legacy is a lot of content that I started but never got to clear. So Legacy for me, vanilla WoW, I got to level 60, I did one raid, and then Burning Crusade came out, and no one did raids anymore. No one did those raids. So I did Molten Core for in its entirety, actually going through it the first time ever when they re-released it, and then me and Mike did it, and it was a lot of fun. I thought it was great, and I could see why some people don't want it because it is It's like a 40-man raid. If people screw up, you're gonna fail pretty quickly. Especially if they use the old stats and the old numbers and like the actual legacy style, like everything as it was as of I forget the original patch. It's like 112 or something like that.
Yes, I believe it is 112. Yeah.
Wow. Anyway,
I only read it today. You had to remember it.
yeah, somewhere. But like, if they did it with that, it's extremely difficult, but it's a lot of fun. And the only thing that's weird about it is they would have to remove certain things that exist in WoW now, like looking for group. I don't want. Looking for raid. I don't want.
Do you want to go to Orgrimmar and shout forever, saying, "Hey, I want to do a raid. Anyone want to do a raid?
LFG.
Can I do a raid? Hey, anyone raid a raid?"
I want to join a guild. I want to communicate with people. I want to get back on an event server. Absolutely, I would love to do that. But the thing is the reason I don't play private servers, and this is why a lot of people think that WoW or the Blizzard should offer the alternative, is that a lot of people don't do it because it's technically not a sanctioned thing. It's not okay.
Right.
They're concerned that either their own account or themselves can be, well, basically prosecuted, because it does go against, I believe, Blizzard's TOS.
Right, it does. It also goes against a lot of people's TOSs. People ran into problems where they wanted to stream the final days of this server, and Twitch was like, "Nope, you can't do that," and took them down.
Really?
Because because part of their TOS is that you can't stream material that you don't that isn't owned by you or by the place that it's coming from.
Right, so it would have to be current day WoW.
So pirates, like people who pirate games, technically can't stream on Twitch.
They're not supposed to.
As long as there was a way you would know.
Mhm.
Like that's the part of it is the private vanilla WoW servers. You know that's what they're playing.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Because
there's
it
no
looks
way to not.
different.
Yeah, it looks different, plays different, has different. Too much.
Right, but
Gotcha.
whereas if you're playing just like you go and pirate a game the game
Pirated
is functionally
Skyrim. No one's
identical.
gonna know.
Yeah, exactly. You're not gonna
Unless there was
people aren't gonna
some
notice.
glaring, way to find out.
Exactly. So now an interesting thing that happened here is so many people were upset about the fact that the server was going to be taken down that they decided they didn't want to wait till the end of the server where the server just went down by itself.
Yeah.
Sorry, I think I just drove past Area 51 because I just saw some kind of like UFO.
Weather balloon.
No, it was like a rocket test. It was just like flailing around in the air.
Weather balloon.
Weather balloon.
Anyway,
Remember, I technically,
so
I
these
technically work for a
people,
government contractor.
so these people who didn't want to just have the server just turn off, they decided that they were going to go on a suicide march.
Yep.
I'm stuck, for the record.
Oh, nice. This is good. So, like, hundreds, if not thousands, of vanilla WoW players marched from Orgrimmar all the way to Thunderbluff.
Up Thunderbluff, and then off.
And then jumped off the peak. Now, that's an hour trip walking.
That is a 1 hour walk.
Yep.
Okay.
And they just stuck it out and walked straight there, and they all went off a cliff. Now,
I think some people mounted, so they may have gotten there a bit quicker, but still.
But the main majority of people walked. So some people were just like, "Yeah, I'm not going to go through that much effort."
Could you imagine being that guy who took the flight path and you're like, "Dude, what took you guys so long?"
He just waited there.
Because and what they did was they all jumped to the bottom, and none of them hit to resurrect or
Right,
to go
and
to the
there
graveyard.
were
They
just
just
bodies
left their
everywhere.
character there.
Just piles of dead bodies. It was great. It was great to see the pictures of it.
Right, just names overlapping each other.
There
and,
was also when the server was about to go down, everyone kind of like just grouped together in common places, and there were just like thousands of players on top of each other. Very much like the gate to Warlords when that came out, where people was just tons of people on top of each other. So that was interesting. A lot of people flocked over to other vanilla WoW servers because there are
It's almost a bit sad, actually.
It is.
Because now, if you change servers, if you jumped to a different vanilla server, you'd have to recreate your character even from
Correct.
scratch.
Yep.
There's no way to export and carry your character from place to place.
Nope. You can't
So
even.
even-
You have to pay Blizzard to do that in regular WoW.
So even these players from the Nostalurious, that server, forget it. They
Nosferatu.
lose.
I say
They lose-
Nostralis, by the way.
Fair enough. I'll take that. The Nostralis people, they lose everything that they've invested all of this time into.
This is
They
very
do.
true.
They've lost. They do. But at the same time, that's the beauty of vanilla WoW. It's about. I don't know. Current day WoW is too much about you are the hero. You are this like insanely powerful. You're the commander in Warlords of Draenor, where you own your own barracks,
Mm.
and it's like it makes you like you're like, wow, I'm powerful. But then everything feels kind of boring. It's kind of like using a cheat code in a game, and you're just kind of like, it's
A
fun
game
for
that
a little
doesn't
bit.
have things that you can use your cheat code as an advantage to.
Right. It's just you're just advantageful. There's
Right,
no
you're just
challenge.
done. Like, cheat code means you beat the game, yay! And you're like, well, what's the point of playing it?
Right, exactly. And it kind of I'm not saying it's at that level, but it's pretty freaking bad right now in my
Right.
opinion. And like
About the closest example for a cheat code that would defeat the purpose
yeah.
of the game.
and then
You
vanilla
crashed again,
vanilla
didn't you?
feels like you're always progressing.
So, I think I also passed by a weather balloon.
I passed
Thank
by
you.
2 weather balloons. One weather balloon rapidly went across the sky.
This one like hovered up and down and then fell back to the ground.
Oh, that one. That one's actually swamp gas.
Oh, got it. Thank you for that clarification.
Yes.
appreciate
So,
that.
anyway, we should probably move along to a different Blizzard topic, which is BlizzCon 2016. It's coming to you in November in Anaheim, California. And the ticket's going to go on sale in 2 batches. So, the first batch goes on sale April 20th at 7 p.m. Pacific time. And
Honestly,
the
I've
second
never heard of.
batch,
I've never heard of something like this before, where they go in 2 batches. It's
I'm
quite
curious
interesting.
if they're gonna do like all like because it's a multi-day event. If they're doing full events on day 1, and then like individual days on day 2.
Right. Andy, I'm sorry, I completely interrupted you explaining when they were dropping those.
I didn't see anything about them being separated on what they were. It seemed like it was just 2 batches of tickets, but who knows. And then the second day is going to be the 23rd, April 23rd at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So one's at 7 p.m. Pacific time, one's at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So I
for
think
us
it's
on the
more
East
of
Coast,
I think it's more of getting it so that the times are more varied,
Ooh.
giving people
So you
a better
can, so you're more
chance.
likely to get it. So it's not like, oh, I was at work and couldn't, or
Right,
Mm,
exactly.
I have
kinda
class.
makes
I'm in
sense.
school.
Exactly.
You
So
know,
that's, you know,
everything.
you're talking that's going to be 10 p.m. and 1 p.m.
dude, the people
Eastern
that
time.
are in class that couldn't like do it, and like imagine they just have they have a night class and a day
And a
class,
day class
and just,
and both of them
it's just-
overlap. Yeah.
and they're just like, and the teacher's like, no laptops, and it's like, oh my god, no cell phones. It's just like immediate, and it's like, oh my god,
And
That's
going
when
to
you
the
like
bathroom
pay
all
a
the
Jim,
guy,
here's
be
my
like-
card, buy it.
Right. So that's going to be $199 for the full event. And they're going to do the same type of things where they did last year, but you can buy a virtual ticket, and they're also going to have access where you can buy just the goodie bag where you get all the swag from as if you had went, but you get it with your virtual ticket.
That is
But that's like
kinda
a
cool,
limited
actually.
time thing and a
How
very
much are the
limited
virtual
quantity,
tickets with
so you have
swag?
to make sure if you want that you get on it.
How much are the virtual tickets with swag going to cost?
I would assume they'd be somewhere similar cost to buying the actual tickets.
Yeah, which
Interesting.
I actually, I'm almost more okay with that because I don't gotta pay for travel costs.
Right,
smart.
that's where you save money. So if it's still $199 for the virtual ticket, I didn't remember to check to specifically see to make sure that the price was different or not. But you don't have to pay for hotel, travel, transportation once you're there.
Or if you're Dr. Uber Shadow, you don't have to pay for pants.
It only says no shirt, no shoes, no service. Doesn't say anything about pants.
That's
He does have a
hey.
solid point.
It's not
That's
wrong
fair.
there. So
Another
there's-
thing to point out for those who are considering it is that they do, and I know this is a bit much, but if you're hearing this and you care, and you're like, I'm going, I don't care how much money it is. There is a Children's Hospital of Orange County dinner they do. I think it's every year,
Correct.
and it's like $750.
50, yeah, $750 for the benefit dinner.
Yeah.
Is that 7.50?
No, that's $750.
Ah,
Because
it's a
the
plate.
money goes to charity.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a plate dinner. You buy the plate.
Yep.
Basically.
Yeah,
Right.
so that is also a thing that you can do.
That's cool.
Speaking
For
of things that are
you
cool,
rich gamers.
there's a Humble Bundle, Telltale Bundle,
Oh
Yay?
God! Oh no! Oh man!
where
oh,
you
God.
can pay whatever you want and get a handful of games, and you can pay more than whatever you want to get some more handful of games.
So
Voting
the, so
on
the games,
Humble Bundle.
are. So it's interesting that Humble Bundle now does this. Says pay $1 or more to unlock X,
Right.
and then the games you get for $1 or more is Back to the Future, the game, Sam & Max, Devil's Playhouse, Poker Night at the Inventory, Puzzle Agent 1 and 2. Puzzle Agent is hilarious, by the way. The Walking Dead Season 1. And then if you pay more than the average, which right now is $7.89, you get the Walking Dead 400 Days, The Wolf Among Us, good game, pretty worth it. Poker Night 2, Tales from the Borderlands, and then they're going to add more games. So there's actually going to be probably other things from their library, because I know they have a Jurassic Park game, and they have another game that I can't think of the name of at the top of my head. And then if you pay over $12, pay $12 or more, you get the Game of Thrones game, which is a really weird sentence, and Walking Dead Season 2, which I'm personally not gonna get this bundle. I have most of these games. The only thing in here that's new to me that I'm interested in is Tales from the Borderlands. Unless they're going to be adding more, so depending on what they add, maybe.
Right, and usually the way that it kind of works is if you pay above the average now,
You'll still get it.
you'll
yeah.
get
They
all
actually,
of the games that they add later for that price, assuming that people, will flock to it as soon as they add those games and make the average go up.
Right. Yeah, so basically if you pay the average, you get all the additional games they put in. And I'm kind of tempted to just gamble, because, Tales from Borderlands for $7, not bad. Poker Night 2, haven't played it, would kind of be worth it. And then Sam & Max, I don't own, and I want to play, but that's only, it's terrible. I look at a Humble Bundle. I still don't want to pay $7 for 3 games off a Humble Bundle. That's terrible, right? Like, that's
three
like,
games is worth less than $7 to you. Speaking of things that are questionably worth their value, the Fallout 4 Wasteland Workshop is a $5 DLC, and Dr. Ubershadow talked about it today in his video, and he didn't seem like he thought it was really worth it. Like, it gave stuff,
didn't add much.
but it didn't really add enough.
Like, the only worthwhile thing that I saw with the neon sign, the power generator that's quieter and powers 100 electricity.
fusion generator, yeah.
Yeah, and then the, traps, but
It very much felt like a $5 DLC.
It was one of
felt
those-
like
From what I was reading, people were like, it was one of those things like it was almost just barely worth the fact that it was $5.
yeah, it kind of reminds me of like how Call of Duty does like flag packs,
Right.
where your icon could be a flag for $1.
Right, and you're
and then
like,
you have like a whole list of like world flags or state flags.
if this was like $2.50, $3, you'd be like, yeah, no, that was worth it.
Yeah, that's
But at
fine.
$5, you're like, okay, you tried to figure out what the least amount of value you could put into $5 was going to be, and you put it there. So there's all that. And to talk about a partial meta news, the American Truck Simulator and Euro Truck Simulator got an update this week where it brings some very unnecessary thing in my opinion, and something that's kind of nifty where we see what'll happen with it. They brought ultimate wheel customization, so you too
sounds
can
so
customize
good.
your tires, hubs, hubcaps, and lug nuts.
Question:
That's not very good.
Can I get rims? Can I get spinners?
I haven't been to a shop to check, so I don't
Wait,
know.
I'm sorry. Did you just say Spinaz?
Yes.
With an AHS?
Spinaz.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure that we were on the same page.
AAZ.
Ah,
Spinners.
AAZ.
I mean, you could do 2 spinners.
So, all
Do
those
you come with
things.
subtitles?
Now, here's the thing. At least this is a free update. This is not a DLC.
Yeah,
Because
that would
you
be
can guarantee
silly.
that there'd be a lot of like, seriously, dude? If
I mean,
that
we
was a
pay-
DLC.
We pay for
but
packs.
it's also
So-
coming, it also brings the support for the Steam Workshop. So people will be able to customize a lot of things on their own, and you'll be able to load them into the game if you so choose. So that's cool.
That's cool. That's a functional thing.
Exactly.
Curious if they're
And
gonna stop with the paid map or paint packs then.
I-
Then people can just
yes, just
Yeah.
make their own.
I mean, if they focus on map expansion, because really that's where I would want them to funnel development at this point.
then that would make more sense.
And as is, they already are going to do that, and so like they don't need to worry about microtransactions of things.
It's resource management at this point.
So now to talk about actual meta news. This is the first time I think we've actually really had a section for true meta. Next week there will not be a normal podcast because
Well, okay. So here's what's happening. Andy and Mike are both coming over to San Francisco to visit me, see the area, and we're going down to LA as well. So you're actually going to see some interesting things from, well, places we've seen. Actually, we're going to be on certain roads that we drive in Euro Truck or American Truck.
There you go. Carry my picture with you, because I'll be there in spirit.
Oh my God! I'm printing that out when I get to work.
Oh, that is a poor use of company resources. You should be ashamed.
Poor use, dude. I fixed the printers. They could deal with it.
Flat Jefferson B. So
Yep.
yeah, so what we're basically gonna do is we're gonna kind of do a vlog type podcasty thing that's not really a podcast, and then we'll talk about everything that we missed on the 29th. So, but for that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the American Truck Podcast, our 80th podcast that we've done. I hope you enjoyed it. Go ahead down in there and doobly-doo and hit that subscribe button. Maybe hit that like button as well. And you can hit us up over on Reddit, and you can upvote our things. And subscribe maybe over there too. But with that, we will see you in our weird vlog thing next week.